Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, The Catalyst. So today we are going to answer Information and Communication Technology Paper 3, Advanced Level Information and Communication Technologies, Paper 3, June 2016. Okay, so we can see the paper is made up of Tax A, which is spreadsheet, Tax B, which is programming, and Tax C, which is database. So we are supposed to answer these questions in 3 hours according to this question paper. So without wasting time, let's move to Tax A. This tax will require the use of spreadsheet to calculate profit made by 6 women who buy foodstuffs from a bush market and resell in town. The data collected for a given transaction is found in a workbook named Buy and Sell 'em, found in the candidate folder. Open the Buy and Sell 'em workbook. Okay, so we will move to our Buy and Sell 'em workbook, which I think is on the desktop. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Buy and Sell 'em. Okay, so this is the workbook, as we can all see here. So now the price per basin or bunch of each food item is given in red in the shaded cells. These cells contain comments which are made readable by pointing to it. Okay, so where you put where you say this amount is the selling price per bunch of plantain. Okay, this amount is this selling price per basin of cocoyam. So it's there. This one should be the cost price, buying price per basin. Okay, so now let's move. It says merge the cells of the first row containing the header purchase in the range A1 to F1. Okay, so we'll take it up to this level. I'll click on merge and center button. Very good. We've done that. Now type a formula in F4 to calculate the total amount Eliza spends in buying all the food items. Your formula should use absolute reference. Okay, so F4, this is it. So we should calculate the total amount she spent in buying. To do that, we'll use equals to. We'll just type. Let me zoom it so that you see the formula of the entry here. So it's going to be equals to. Okay, equals to. In that cell, you put equals to. You will maybe make it larger. Okay, it's better this way. So I'll put equals to. Now I will take the fixed amount and make it absolute reference by putting the dollar sign. As you can see there, we have put the dollar sign to make it fixed because it is fixed for all the customers. So she took this times the number, the quantity, plus, okay, plus this, which is also fixed. All of these values that in orange or red should be absolute reference times the quantity plus this cell again, which is absolute reference, times this quantity, even though there's nothing there, plus the same cell, absolute reference, times the quantity which is below. It's supposed to be E4, sorry. Well, so that is it. So this is the formula that's been entered. Or you can still use sum. Okay, you can still use sum, and then you put in brackets. I mean, you can use this, or you simply use the function sum, which you put in bracket now, comma, all these plus like that will be transformed to commas. It will still result to the same answer. Okay, so that is it. We'll calculate for the rest. Very well. Like I said, you can use sum, or you use the plus sign, you add them up, the product, you add up the product. Okay, as well as you can even use sum product. So let's not go into complicated functions. Okay, so we've done it. Now it says we're supposed to put the formula that was used in F4. We're supposed to copy it or write it down here. Very good. Now copy the formula in F4 to the cells from F5 to F9, and also write the formula to calculate the total amount spent by all the 3 women in F10. Okay, let's go to F10 and see. F10, this one, total amount spent by all the women. It's simply the sum of the amounts. Okay, so write down the formula used here. Now type in a formula to calculate the maximum and minimum number under each of the field names in the table for purchase. Okay, copy both formulas through column B to F. So write down the formula in the cells given. What? Type the formula to calculate the maximum and minimum number under each of the fields in the table purchase. Okay, it's here. So for maximum, we use the function max. If it is not here, you type it over here. Max for maximum and min for minimum. So max will take this very well, and then we cut across. That's it. Oh. Same thing has to be done down here. We use min or the minimum from this to this, and we cut across. Thank you. So write down the formula in B11. That is B11. This is B11. Now E12. E12. This is E12. Very well. Now, and also calculate the total sale price in F24. It looks like the paper was cut. It's not complete. All right. I don't know. I think the next is that we should do the same for the selling price here. We calculate the total selling price. I'm sure that is what was supposed to be done here. So we'll do the same. I will still use the same method. Put absolute reference control times the quantity plus same sales, but this time around I'll be taking by the selling price multiply coefficient plus I'll take this, make it absolute reference time the quantity plus lastly this absolute reference times is E18. Oh, sorry, E18. Voilà. So that's it. We use that for the rest. Very well. So it is said that we should also calculate the total selling price in F24. F24, this is it, which will still be sum. We use sum of all the selling price. Okay. So thank you. So the next question, they said we should write the formula type in F19. F19 is this one. So we'll copy it. Very well. Use formula to calculate the profit by each woman in the sales table. Profit is the difference between the sales price and the buying price. Okay. So very simple. Yeah, it's going to be the selling price minus the buying price, and that's the profit gotten. So I'm supposed to do that for the rest. So that's it. Which formula am I supposed to put here? I'll put the formula for Bridget. Copy this. Bridget. Paste. Now calculate using formula the percentage gain of each woman. Percentage profit is profit divided by buying price times 100, and the result is supposed to be rounded to two decimal places. Okay, that's fine. First of all, calculate the percentage profit. I said, they said it is profit, okay, divided by cost price. This is the cost price. All of that times 100. Okay, so that's the percentage profit. Okay, but now they said it should be rounded to two decimal places. To do that easily, you can just click here, or you use the round up formula function. If you use round up, this is it. You use this round up, all of this now you put comma 2 because what follows is the number of decimal places. Okay, what follows is the number of decimal places, like what we just done there. It's done that, and it has converted it to two decimal places. We can drag and drop, as well as you can use this button here. But if they ask for the formula, they will need to see the formula which you entered. Okay, so you can reduce the number of decimal places by clicking on this button each time. Like now, presently it is 2. So if I click here, you get to 1. Okay, so that is it. We've calculated. They said we should put for marinette. Okay, this is the formula that we use for marinette. Okay, very well. Now calculate the total selling price, profit, and total percentage profit. Okay, total selling price, total profit, and total percentage profit. Okay, yeah, this is the total selling price. Okay, so I will just get across. I'll just get across to calculate the other totals. I don't know if it was necessary to calculate the totals here. This was the item. Well, let me just do it because it looks like the cell is empty, whereas it was supposed to have some values. So, okay, I'll do same here. Sum. Voila. So we are done. We're done. We're done with this. Let's move to